Levenger, welcome to the Tower, Luke. We're ready to go out there.
We're ready to rock, we're ready to roll, and we're ready to throw it down here in T-Town for, I don't know, this is more than the 7th annual Throwdown in T-Town. Oh, look at that. That's a wonderful shot we got there out in the staging lanes. But more than the 7th annual Throwdown in T-Town, but it's the 7th time that the Midwest Drag Racing Series has been here at the Throwdown in T-Town. And it is quickly becoming one of those events that just everyone knows about. Everyone knows Throwdown in T-Town.
Yes, sir, it does. It has quite a history, and we keep adding to it. Every year it gets a little bit better and better, so we're looking for great things here in 2023.
Absolutely. Everyone, it gets a little better, a little more cars, a little more excitement. This year, we're proud to announce the Midwest Drag Racing Series. We didn't actually run this the other 2 days, so this is the debut of the Pro 420 class. So we have a 4.2 second index class, and some of those are former pro mods, some of those are just really fast street cars, or sportsman cars. Those are going to be some fun cars. One of the just a great variety of cars I'm feeling in that 420.
Well, I agree with you, and what I really think that is one thing that's really cool about this series is that once again we've added a class for some racers that have probably felt a little disenfranchised in other organizations and such. They didn't have a place to go race. Now they've got a place that's welcoming them, trying to put them on the racetrack, give them an opportunity to strut their stuff, and it's a great thing. I think Keith and everybody involved, Randy and Ellen and everybody who helped make the decision to add some of these classes, it's going to be very much appreciated. Might have a little slim car count here for the beginning, but I guarantee by the end of the year it will be a strong class.
Absolutely. One thing that you never can forget, all right, is right on the front of our playbook here. That's our little media guide, if you will. It's for racers, by the racers here at the Midwest Drag Racing Series. And sometimes it puts you in a tough bind, but we always try and do best by all of our racers here, not just in the Midwest, but nationwide. And that's why we have people coming to us from Oregon, from Colorado, from you name it.
Hey, Steve Macklin out from California, and he is loving life out here this weekend.
Absolutely. The man who's driven everything and a half. And here is the daughter of a one-time champion. It's Erin Wells, walking Kinsey Wells out there out of Oklahoma City. Kinsey, one of our strongest, most consistent juniors. Most consistent juniors in the Midwest Drag Racing Series, going up against Mason Higgins out of Mulberry, Arkansas on the left-hand side.
Yep, racing Mason over here on the left, one of our younger racers. So this would be the Zimmerman Sportsman Junior category here.
Mm-hmm.
They get 2 time runs, and we'll see them in round 1 of eliminations around 6 o'clock.
Absolutely. So we are staged up, ready to go. Double green lights, and look at Kinsey Wells. Kinsey is 12, jetting on down. Now, the key is how close are they going to get to that 9-0. And Kinsey will run a 9-9-8-9-9-5. And so for Kinsey and for everybody at home, one of the things to keep in mind here is that with these junior classes, you're allowed to go a minimum time. Almost always that minimum time ends in a 9-0.
Correct.
That depends on your age. So if you look at Kinsey, she's 12 years old. Her limit is 8-9-0, and you can tell she ran 8-9-5. So really, if you don't know what they're allowed to run, maybe you don't know the driver, maybe you don't know how old they are, just look how close are they to the 9-0.
Right. And in Mason Higgins' case, went under the number. 1190 was his index for his category, 1172 at 52 miles an hour.
Absolutely. And again, folks, this is an index class, as all junior drag racing is. And what that means is that they are trying to shoot there at a specific time. A specific time they're aiming for. And that's why this isn't qualifying. This is time trials. They're just trying to get raw data and understand, for the kids, especially at this age, what does it feel like to go 1190 versus 1185?
So, I don't know, Luke, if you ever had the chance to get in a junior dragster.
I didn't, unfortunately. No.
Well,
Might be a little too
I
big
was
for
I
one
was
now.
way too old for it too.
Uh-huh.
But my dad and I built junior dragsters for my sisters who were teenage size, and I was a little bit slimmer back then. So we actually built them big enough that Dad and I could actually get out and play with them. And it is surprising, even an 1190 car, how fast it really feels when you're down on the ground
Yeah.
like that. You know, you're 2 inches off the ground. You really feel like you are getting with the program.
And it's something to remember. Something to remember too is anyway, something to remember too is a 890 might not sound impressive when you see the Pro Mod cars. They're running down at, the 3.7s, the 3.6s. 8.9 seconds is 0 to 70 miles per hour in the right-hand lane there in one go. 70 miles an hour, and these kids are 10, 11, 12 years old. They're doing highway speeds, and they can start as young as 5. And even the 5-year-olds can get up over 40. I wasn't allowed to drive the ride-on lawnmower until I was like 9, and these kids are 5 and they're doing 40. You took over a tractor? Yeah. Oh, man, I had my parents' yard had a little too many obstacles in there that were not worth hitting, if you know what I mean. All right, coming up here, Jovi Brundage on the right-hand side. The Brundages, Carly, Jovi, coming out to a lot of our Tulsa and Oklahoma-based races. As a reminder, folks, by the way, head on over when you get a chance. All right, head on over to in 3 weeks. We will be hosting a race in Noble, Oklahoma. Now that's just outside of Oklahoma City, almost like Kansas City, just outside of Oklahoma City. So if you like to throw it down with T-Town, you're gonna love the Thunder in the Valley down at Thunder Valley in Oklahoma City. And here we go, Jovi Brundage with an 012 light as she passes the halfway point, and now up across the line. 8-9.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check.
I can hear that, Chad.
I know, but it's not as loud as you. What did you do, Luke?
I'm just a naturally loud person. And on the left-hand side, waiting on him to stage up. Green light, off we go. And up got the eighth mile, 9:22 and a 3, and a 12:56 and a 7 on the right side. And so an $8.99 on the left-hand side, built from 2005. Points JB for Camden Teal out of Newcastle, Oklahoma. Haven Moberly on the right-hand side. Moberly family. Super nice family on the right side out of Wellington, Kansas. And our next pair come on in here. Landon Higgins on the right side.
I'm telling you, Luke, I've told my dad for like the last 15 years that he was less of a father than I wished he was.
Ouch.
I know. I told him, I said straight up, because I didn't have a junior dragster. And he said they didn't exist then. I said, let's not get bogged down in logic here, my friend. It's, I mean, come on, it's 2023. Logic has no place in the world. So let's make sure that we all understand that if you were a good dad, you would have invented the junior dragster early so that I could have done it, right? Now, I'll tell you that if I had my way, I would have rather had junior pro stock, okay? Junior door car, if you will.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that one thing we do very poorly in North America, and I blame NHRA for this, and I can because we're not at an NHRA event, is that we only have junior dragsters. So do you know that if you race anywhere else in the world, pretty much, in juniors, you can race a junior dragster or a go-kart because it really doesn't matter.
No.
You're running an index. It doesn't matter, right? So,
and go-karts are very easy to get a hold of, too.
Of course, and it's already incredibly popular racing with go-karts, right?
Right.
So
I've raced go-kart leagues.
yes, exactly. And so if you and there's also lots of used ones. They're older. Maybe they're not as good for a current road race circuit, but they would be perfectly fine with the right alignment to run down a drag strip. So literally, like, we were doing a stream from Malta, okay, and there are 75% of the cars in juniors were go-karts. And look at how many kids you can get involved that don't have to buy a junior dragster. Yeah. I think this is something we should adopt here. I'm just saying.
I would agree. Plus, I'm thinking in terms of like value proposition, right?
Correct.
If you buy a junior dragster for your kid, it's a junior dragster.
That's it. You can only do one thing with it.
Buy a go-kart, all right? You can, if you're interested in road racing later in life.
Yep. Yes.
Also, the road racing carts, you can race those as adults as you step up.
Absolutely. 100%.
Right? So this is anything you want to do, you can do in a go-kart, be it drag racing, be it road racing. It's just better bang for your buck as an investment. I agree. I think you should be able to run go-karts. Now,
I'll tell you, I know one of the reasons why, in NHRA's defense, is the fact that they don't have a roll cage, right?
They don't.
And they would like you to have a roll cage. But in those other countries, while if you're in a certain age group, you don't need any cage. But in the younger kids, they do a bolt-on roll cage onto the go-kart, right? So it has rollover protection. It works great, okay? So again, I think we should bring that in. I think we call them junior door, right? You know what I mean? Like we do something like that. So we have door cars. It would be cool. Some of those kids would want to put a body on the thing and it would look cool, right? We could call it Junior Pro Mod.
Yeah.
Junior Pro Mod to the lanes, please. How rad would that be?
Mod. I like it.
Yes. I like that.
So here's the thing, too, is
yes, instead of Pro Mod, it's Am Mod, dude. That's great.
You know what, too, and you got me going because like I said, I raced kart leagues for a while. My best friends are kart.
Yeah.
I raced them against guys who were in the
I grew up with
ladder
guys
now.
that race them. I know. We're working on it right now. Yep. I went out there and verified. It's my mic. I think Luke totally ambushed the thing, and he went in there and chewed on some wires or something. I think that's what it is. He said it. I don't want to. He looks so nice and so sweet. Really, he's an evil bastard. Yeah, look, he chewed it up like a squirrel. It's his fault. Yeah.
I've had friends that race, and they are. So I have friends that I've raced karts against. It's a big hobby of mine. Unfortunately, when you live in Minnesota, you don't get to do it but 3 months a year.
Yeah, that's
3
true.
months are spectacular, but you only get 3 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
but you can ice race them, too.
You can ice race it, too. You can also dirt track race it.
100%.
So I will say, one of those things, if you've never driven an actual go-kart, I'm not talking about an electric cart,
No.
out at the family fun park, an actual go-kart, you have no safety whatsoever. Your safety when you crash is, well, if it's bad enough, you'll get flung
off
away from the race.
Be perfect.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's a little wild because those little sons of guns, it surprises people. You can get up over 100 on the right track. It's track dependent, but I have seen them do 120.
Absolutely. So Laguna Seca, very famous racetrack in Monterey, California.
Yep.
The standing record around that racetrack, regardless of vehicle, is still held by Joey White Jr., who's a guy that I grew up with, in a lay-down twin-engine kart. It is still the fastest thing to ever go around that racetrack. That record is held for more than 20 years.
Through years and years and years of hosting the IndyCar season finale, it's a go-kart.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Reminds me of the record at the Bristol Motor Speedway is held by a World of Outlaws sprint car.
Oh, yeah,
All
absolutely.
track record.
And anybody that's gone and seen a sprint car run knows that's insanity in all the right ways. 410 cubic inch small block Chevrolets making 1,200 horsepower.
Around a little bull ring like you might see here at Osage Casino Raceway Park.
100%.
So as we pull in here, Alexis Kessler sitting out of Owasso on the right-hand side, Reed Clocker on the left.
So we'll just have to see as we go through our junior dragsters. We're going to get ready to run Pro Mod here shortly. So ladies and gentlemen, know that we have a lot of racing coming up.
Good old Jimmy Bowles. Jimmy Bowles, man, I'll tell you what, he runs a show, and he is a hard-working man. I'll tell you that. Reed Clocker runs an 807. Alexis Kessler is a bit too fast, 788. It's Colt Sound out of Norman, Oklahoma, 15 years old on the right side. Goes up against Tyler Wells, another one of Aaron Wells' kiddos. Tyler is 14 years old, so just a few short years before he is storming onto the Pro Mod scene, dare I say. In 2016, Mike Bossy, previous winner of the Tulsa Throwdown in T-Town. Do you ever watch some of these, Chad, and just think like, oh man, all right, Tyler Wells, 14 years old. What? He's got about 4 years before he's rocking a Pro Mod 5. 2.5, yeah. 16's all you got to be. Well, and when you have a dad that's Aaron Wells, it's your 2019 champ. Gotta love that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you take a look right down here, this is Kaylee Haney. Keith, proud dad out here watching Kaylee make their first run. Sneaking forward, bumping into the lines. Now, she has been up and down the track. We're talking left, we're talking right. She has been up and down the track all over the place today. And she has made some tremendous runs over the week on the right-hand side. Staged up, ready to go, and let's take a look. Remember, folks, we are looking for that 9-0. And there's Kaylee taking off in the junior. Up across the line at the 8-mile mark in 8:08 and a 1. All right, well, there's the proud family. Proud family, proud group of helpers there. Callie Mills being a mentor to Kaylee as well, so wonderful to see. And we got more juniors on the way. Cameron Nelson on the left-hand side out of Pearland, Texas, racing out of Ennis, or the 2004 Ennis. Attention to the pits, attention to the pits. You cannot operate a golf cart or any other vehicle unless you're 16 years of age and have a license. Thank you.
Hey, attention to the pits, attention to the pits. Juniors, you should be back in the lanes, please. We need you back in the lanes ASAP. If you're not there, well, you're tardy, and that's not good. So, juniors, get back to the lanes. Please, chill them, fill them, get back to the lanes.
How is that outside? Does it sound good? Beer stand is open. Miss Scratch is ready for...
Building your dream ride? Check out Summit Racing Equipment. Whether you're squeezing more power from your engine or adding some slick chrome accents, Summit Racing has what you need. From wheels to suspension and everything in between. Plus, you'll get Summit Racing's world-famous customer service, expert technical advice, and super fast shipping. Summit Racing, parts to help you build your dream ride. Order now at summitracing.com.
In the race for quality, there is no finish line. Jerry Bickle Race Cars is a one-stop chassis shop for drag racing performance parts and race components. For over 50 years, Jerry Bickle Race Cars has been an essential part of racers' plans for building world champion race cars. Our parts department is stocked with every part a racer might need. Log on to jerrybickle.com for more information. We build anything with doors. jerrybickle.com.
Kryptonite Customs, high-impact, high-definition wraps, cars, trucks, SUVs, windows, signs, trailers, boats, buses, racing and commercial, even golf carts. Custom designs, solids, gloss, metallics, textures, even chrome. If you can imagine it, we can wrap it. The premier custom car and truck wrap shop, located in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Call us today. Let the transformation begin at Kryptonite Customs.
For more than 25 years, ProCharger has made the most powerful, reliable, and advanced supercharger kits on the market. More than 100 national championships in the last 15 years and thousands of wins at the racetrack, there's only one choice. Best-in-class performance on the street with the broadest product selection available, including 50 state legal systems. ProCharger. Invented, engineered, and built in the USA. Billet Atomizer, the only purpose-built drag racing injector on the market. Built and manufactured by racers in the USA. Custom sizing and inlet designs, an all-new website, complete refresh service, and the only rebuildable fuel injector on the market. You get the right injector the first time. See why more champions run our injectors.
Rain or, you know.
Are you saying that because I'm from Minnesota now?
No, not at all, not at all.
I'd like to welcome back Flow Sports viewers, by the way. We're flipping through the cameras there. Thanks for watching. Drew Higgins are on the left-hand side. And I'll tell you this, too. You know, it's funny because you'll see a racer that you have known, quote-unquote, for like a year. You've called like a dozen of their races, and you'll see their face. You'd be like, yeah, you're Todd Martin or something, right?
Yeah,
because, like,
exactly.
You know their cars in a heartbeat.
Yes.
It's funny because you know if they have a family member backing them up or a crew member, you know their crew member, you know their family member.
Exactly.
You know their car, but you so rarely get to see their face.
It is true. It is true. As we got Josh Gray going down the 660. As Josh crosses the line, 13:02 at 50 miles an hour. Hey, we got a moment here. I know I mentioned the beer. I got excited about talking about beer because, you know, beer is just a great thing.
It's God's gift to us.
Yes, you know, they say you're dehydrated, you need water. Well, beer has water, so there you go.
Right.
Anyway, but the beer ladies, they work on tips. So please, buy beer, show them a smile.
Yeah.
Leave them a tip. Why not?
Throw them a couple bucks. You know,
why
here's
not?
the deal, too. You know who's working at the beer tent, by the way?
Tell me.
Miss Stretch.
Hey.
Hey, Miss
There
Stretch.
we go. Yes. So.
Mrs. Stretch. It's got to be Mrs. Stretch. Right?
Miss Ma'am Stretch.
Mrs. Stretch.
There we go.
And she is Stretch every 5'10". Yeah. So she's 5'10". Yeah. So she is every bit as Stretch as Stretch is. Camden Teal out of Newcastle, Oklahoma, on the right hand side. That is
The Hulk. That thing's
machine.
cool.
That is super sick.
I like that.
I like the clean look of Maddie Higgins, by the way, too, on the left-hand side. The
It's
nice
got, you know,
checker flag pattern.
checker flag means it goes fast.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It means
Chad will tell you. Checker flag adds horsepower.
it does. If it's in a racing stripe pattern, that's 2 times as much horsepower.
Yes.
On Maddie Higgins, almost deep stage there. Got pulled back a little bit by a stretch there. And deep stages again anyway. Green light, here we go. Camden Teal. Gonna putts on down the line there. Hits the 330. Look at Camden Teal. An 028 is probably the best tree we've had so far. And an 891. Now that is a competition kind of run right there. 891.
891 at 72. That is not bad at all for Camden in the Hulk. I hope Pops is happy with that.
Yeah.
You know.
I like to think the Teals, by the way, they're always here at the Throwdown in T-Town. And
Yes,
it's
they
nice
are.
to see them back. Throwdown in Teal Town. Yeah, that was unintentional. I pretend it's nice.
I see what you did there, though.
Yeah. But again. Oh, is that Preston Moberly over there? I think it is. And Jovi Brundage right here.
That is. And Jovi, now, left-hand lane. What's cool about that is it's electric.
It is. It's
Boogie, woogie, woogie. Hey,
but
there you go.
So watch this, too. I mean, it'll be completely silent as it launches as compared to, Presley Moberly is over here on the right-hand side. Big old congratulations, by the way, to Presley Moberly rocking the Kryptonite Customs sponsorship. Look at that wrap. That's bad to the bone, man.
You know what? I think there's a couple of them already with that Kryptonite, Customs wrap.
Yeah. And a big thank you to Kryptonite Customs, by the way, longtime sponsor of this series. You can see Keith Haney's Black Mamba as just an example of their wonderful work. Of course, the Lady Liberty, the Liberty Junior dragster of Kaylee.
Todd Martin's Mustang on there as well.
Yeah. And his truck, by the way, too. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a Kryptonite Customs. They do fantastic work. Fantastic work.
And we'd like to thank them once again for the sponsorship because they've been around for quite some time and they've been sponsoring for quite some time as well. So, yes.
If you need graphic work done, go on over to Kryptonite Customs. Oh, hey, there's Haven Moberly, too, coming up in the water box, by the way, with another Kryptonite Customs sponsorship. We'll shout out Kryptonite Customs twice. Brundage runs an 883, about 7 hundredths too quick, rather. As Haven Moberly, there's Pop Moberly, Grandpa Moberly. You can't miss the beard.
Well, I was going to say the overalls as well.
The overalls are a classic look.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was just telling Chad that maybe they should paint that thing orange with a 01 on the side, and then you'll get what I'm talking about. You'll pick up what I'm putting down, in other words.
Yeah, I got you. Here we go. Halfway staged up and moving up towards the stage beams. Waiting on the right-hand side there. There we go. Green light and a red light for Haven Moberly. 0:35 too soon. But keep in mind, this is just time trials. So there's nothing lost here. And so we still have some. There's Jonathan McLean down there. Jonathan McLean, I believe. I've seen him win. I believe that was my favorite interview I've ever done with the junior. By the way, one-time champion as well, Jonathan McLean.
And he
So
was just
Jonathan
like
McLean
nonchalant,
comes
real
in.
cool.
We're at XRP in Dallas. Jonathan McLean. I'm like, hey, I'm doing an interview with all the champions on the right-hand side. He goes, oh, yeah, hold on. And he puts on a stocking cap, and he cracks open a Monster. And the entire thing, he's in sunglasses, a stocking cap, and a Monster in the Dallas heat. And gives me a cool-as-a-cucumber interview. And I'm like, you know what you're doing. You look coolest-looking customer out there.
That kid's going places.
He is.
Might be down to the Quick Trip or, McDonald's for a cheeseburger, but he's going places.
He is going places. Shout out to the McLean family, by the way. Wonderful family. They do a lot. Here's the thing, too, is every once in a while, they'll ask you to take some pictures of them as a family. And if you accidentally take a picture of you, they'll post it on social media. And I just think that's really unfair. Because it was totally an accident that I took about 20,000 pictures of myself with their phone. But
Oh, you're doing the selfie thing, huh?
yeah, I'm not good at technology. Yeah, you got. And here we go. Pre-recorded space stage up. Jonathan McLean out of Collinsville, Oklahoma. Green light for him. Alexis Casterson on the left side. 0-4 too quick on the gun. Up to the 8th mile. Let's take a look. A 7.86 and a 4 and a 7.90 for Jonathan McLean.
Good old Jonathan. That kid running junior dragsters and then doing top dragster, I believe, as well. Like I said, that kid's going places. He really is.
I know, right? Like you said, either probably to go to the cheeseburger, but he's cool. He's cool. He was saying, man, I'm good to be back, but it doesn't feel good.
Speaking of cheeseburgers,
Oh yeah.
the snack bar is open
Snack
with
bar, yeah.
cheeseburgers. I had a Frito chili pie.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie.
You had a Frito chili pie?
Frito chili pie, and then they had a walking taco. I think Warren had a walking taco. He did not complain the whole time he was eating it, so I'm gonna say it was good. But oh, and then the
chicken basket?
The chicken tenders is like a whole chicken.
A chicken tender is more like you're just getting a whole chicken breast, and there's like 6 of them. Attention. 30-minute heads up for Pro Mods. 30-minute heads up for Pro Mods. Thank you. 3/4 space staged up, and there we go. Bringing on Tyler Wells to bump into the line. Green lights and away we go. Dakota Little out of Wichita, Kansas. We saw her. I think we might have seen her at the race at Great Bend a little while back. 790. Reen Keith out of Claremore, Oklahoma on the right-hand side. Carly Brundage on the left side.
Joey Keith lining her up. That's her papa.
Oh, yeah.
Which, he did our Racers for Christ.
Yeah.
Which,
by the way, I want to use this moment to shout out RFC. They're going to have a service tomorrow at 8.
8 o'clock.
And that will be at Tito Weirdhausen's trailer, Team Wolverine. And Tito has volunteered to host all of the RFC services throughout the year at his trailer.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is awesome. I don't know what other word to say to use other than that, but hey.
It's awesome, and we thank Tito for that volunteering as well. Tomorrow morning at 8, it's chapel service. 784 and a 4 for Carly Brundage. Rain Keith, 797 and a 4 comes in on the right side of that 790 as we were talking about.
And if you look on the starting line, there's the birthday boy. Brandon Schweitzer. Happy birthday to Brandon. Which
There
he probably
it
can't
is.
hear me right now, but hey.
No, he's got the sound of juniors coming on in. Carmen, KK the Boss, Nelson. Now that's a nickname.
KK the Boss.
KK the Boss. He put it on his tech card. It's got to be true.
Well, 053 on the tree for KK DeBoss out of Pearland, Texas. Gets a stripe, 797 at 80 miles an hour. Here we go.
Here we go. Cale Moberly, 015 too soon. Look at Brody Zimmerman on the left-hand side. Double, yeah, got a little snowman. Double 08 on the tree, and the Zimmermans are giving a high five to each other. And the double 08. Yeah, oh, that's right. We do have perfect sticker lights. I know that because one of them is on our left. Yeah, perfect sticker lights, perfect light stickers. We got one of them on the computer up here. Yeah. Perfect light stickers. Thank goodness I don't talk for a living. Colby Keith on the right-hand side. And again, Joey Keith. That's Joey's son. Riley Clocker on the left-hand side coming up. Good to see the Clockers out here out of Broken Arrow. Which, by the way, is where the series headquarters. Or, sorry, daughter, my bad. It's Broken Arrow, by the way, where the series is headquartered. 3/4 away and ready to go. Not bad on the tree as we get to the 330. Just about even and across the line. A 908 and a 6 and an 803 for Riley Clocker. Yeah, there seemed to be 1,000 junior. I thought we did they all materialize between the first pass and the second pass? Goodness gracious, how many more we got here, folks? Gotta go look out at the staging lanes. I'll tell you what, man, you would think this is the Midwest Junior Super Series. Well, the amount of juniors we got showing up here, but hey, juniors love the Midwest Drag Racing Series. We love the juniors, and we also love Kylie Blevins on the left-hand side. That is daughter Keith Haney, and Beamer. Getting right in there. And we are lit up, ready to go. Green light and a red light. I think that might be the first red light I've seen out of Kylie, but second ever pass, official pass in the junior there for her. 791 and a 4, and why wouldn't it be good? She's got the old man teach her a thing or two. Yeah. Race Ragland in the Grand Prix lane on the right-hand side. Colt Salm out of Norman, Oklahoma on the left.
Miss Callie Mills on the starting line there. I saw her lose a sandal, but that's okay. No one else saw it.
Callie lost his sandal.
Callie lost her sandal.
You'd think Callie, of all people, with as much as she's been around racetracks, would know. Sandals are amateur hour out there.
I've seen it.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. 3/4 space stage up, Colt Salm. Racing out of Norman, Oklahoma. He won the Texas Motorplex race a little while back. Double red. 002 too soon for Race Ragland on the right-hand side, by the way. As they'll boogie on down 9, 11, and a 9 on the right side. Or 8, 11, and a 9 on the right side, excuse me. And we got just a couple more. Brooklyn Fuller coming up here, getting staged up. All right. Well, we got a couple Top Fuel Harleys. Or just one. We got one Top Fuel Harley. And again, folks, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. So make sure your pro mods are in the lanes by 5:50. Thank you.
Are we ready to call him?
10 till we'll start calling.
Okay. No, we told them that 6. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So right here, what you're seeing is a man who is absolutely insane. This guy carries a wheelbarrow, with the big stainless steel balls in it that clang while he walks. He takes his brain out, puts it in the trailer, and gets on the motorcycle. Yeah. You know you shouldn't be riding it if the rules state that the only way you are allowed to start it is if you're not standing on it. And that is not a lie. Top Fuel bikes, they explode sometimes when you try and start them. Yeah. A steel plate is required in your vest that is under your leathers. And that's so that when the piston hits you in the chest, you might live through it. There's also a waiver. You are not allowed to ride one of these without signing the waiver if you have not already had children, because chances are you'll never have them after something bad goes down on. Anything that you ride and you have to make a decision when things are sideways and you're like at 1,000 foot, if you might have to step off of it. Like, if I have to have an exit plan for the race car, I'm out, dude. I am out. Oh, it's badass. They are. And Todd Martin, explains a few things about him. He thinks this is perfectly normal. No, because he used to ride these. Yeah, yeah. No. Insane. Yeah. Oh, also, just so you know, if you were to happen to accidentally slide back on the bike, it would burn a hole through your butt, okay? Because the exhaust is directly behind your butt. That's I can't be any clearer than that's how this works. No. I mean, I love that somebody does it. I'm just real glad it ain't me. Hey, Jimmy Bradshaw, when are you getting on one? I'm not kidding. Like I've been in a lot of race cars at a lot of different kinds of racing. I've been down a drag strip too many times to count. Not one time have I ever thought, okay, if things go bad, how do I open the door and get out of this while it's still moving?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say.
That's the bad part. You're okay, well, if it goes sideways, it's better to not be on it anymore. So you go, the best option is to slide down the asphalt at 150 miles an hour. That's the good side? No.
Tuck and roll kind of deal?
Tuck and roll, yes, dude. You combat roll out of that thing, it'd be great. You see pictures of these guys, they're sliding down the racetrack with their motorcycle next to them, and they're trying to make sure it doesn't run them over. No, I'm out. I'm not even remotely interested in that deal. No way, no how. If everybody that was here the entire weekend put $10 in a piece and raised $100,000, I wouldn't get on that thing and run it down the racetrack. It's not happening.
Well, car parts, you do need car parts.
I do need car parts. That is true.
So,
yeah, I do need my kidneys, my liver,
your legs,
my arms. Yes. God.
So as we have a little track prep going on, this is a perfect time to, once again, I did mention beer earlier. So grab yourself a nice cold one. Don't forget to tip the ladies. Maybe go to the snack shack over there and get yourself a...
In the race for quality, there is no finish line. Jerry Bickle Race Cars is a one-stop chassis shop for drag racing performance parts and race components. For over 50 years, Jerry Bickle Race Cars has been an essential part of racers' plans for building world champion race cars. Our parts department is stocked with every part a racer might need. Log on to jerrybickle.com for more information. We build anything with doors. jerrybickle.com.
Kryptonite Customs, high-impact, high-definition wraps, cars.
For more than 25 years, ProCharger has made the most powerful, reliable, and advanced supercharger kits on the market. More than 100 national championships in the last 15 years and thousands of wins at the racetrack. There's only one choice. Best-in-class performance on the street with the broadest product selection available, including 50 state legal system. ProCharger. Invented, engineered, and built in the USA.
Kryptonite Customs, high-impact, high-definition wraps, cars, trucks, SUVs, windows, signs, trailers, boats, buses, racing and commercial, even golf carts. Custom designs, solids, gloss, metallics, textures, even chrome. If you can imagine it, we can wrap it. The premier custom car and truck wrap shop, located in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Call us today. Let the transfer...
Built at Atomizer, the only purpose-built drag racing injector on the market. Built and manufactured by racers in the USA. Custom sizing and inlet designs, an all-new website, complete refresh service, and the only rebuildable fuel injector on the market. You get the right injector the first time. See why more champions run our injectors than any other brand at AtomizerFuelComponents.com.